Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Alicia Gogan, the host of the Globe Secrets podcast, where I help you expand your mind and become more self-aware so that you can glow up into the best version of yourself. Hello, how are we doing? It is a beautiful day. You know why it's a beautiful day? Well, that's because the sun is out, actually. This is crazy. Listen, all is well in life when the sun is out. Even when I have sad days, I am just less sad when the sun is out. I'm not having a sad day, by the way. I'm just on my period, to be honest. So anything that picks up my mood like the sun is great. But what else picks up my mood is this podcast and talking about my That Girl favorites. Okay, listen, I have a lot of things in front of me that you cannot see on YouTube. And if you're listening audio, you're just going to have to listen. You're just going to have to listen and imagine. And I will be showing products on the screen this time because I figured I have all these things. So I might as well just show them instead of like add photos. But I contemplated doing this episode for a long time because I felt like there was just certain either hair or skin or I don't know, like fitness stuff that I wasn't consistently using yet or enough. And now there's definitely things that I've just recently started using, but I really do, like, I'm obsessed with them. But I wanted to make sure like I had a solid list of like things that I've been using either throughout this entire year, maybe just the past few months, but I'm going into this winter season using. So a lot of the things I'm going to show are just things that are my favorite in terms of hair care, skin care, body care. I'm also going to talk about a few favorite things that I like to either listen to or use in terms of like my fitness. So hot girl walks, getting into the gym, weightlifting. I have a few book recommendations. I have a lot of things. Now listen, Black Friday just happened and, you know, all the influencers are online being like, you know, like I'm going to share my Black Friday purchases, but don't feel like you need to buy anything, la la la. I'm just going to be one of those influencers to say the same thing because honestly, like it's really true. Like if you don't need these things, then obviously don't get them. But I figured this is a good video though. If you're looking for something for the holidays for someone that you love, your girlfriends, I don't know, whoever you're buying for, but also even for yourself. So this can just be, some of these favorites can just be put on your list potentially, if anything obviously rings a bell to you, or you've been seeing me post something about these things. And now I talk about this in my main channel videos, which if you're new to the podcast, I do have a main channel. And my name is Alicia Gogan on that channel. So you can just type that in and you'll find it. When I'm trying to become a new version of me in a new season of life, I love to have something material that just makes me feel like that girl. And now I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of things. So I would never expect people to have like this many like items. And these are like collected over time, but also you just don't need them. But I always start off every type of like new version of me with just like signifying myself and who I want to become by maybe potentially buying myself something material, not all the time, but like let's say just like a workout set, and I'm just like really using this workout set as like this identity. Obviously there's other things that I do, mindset, healing, all that kind of stuff that we talk about that all the time, but I do like to, you know, have a cute fitness set on when I'm going to the gym, and like I'm just like turning on this person who goes to the gym and she likes the gym and she enjoys it, things like that, or you know, a certain perfume that just makes me feel like that girl. And by the way, all of the links, if I can possibly find them, which a lot of them are already on my Like to Know It, will be down in any description wherever you're watching or listening to this, and it will be on my Like to Know It. And if I can't get it on my Like to Know It, I probably just can't find the link. But also if I have any codes, which I think I have a few codes for some of the things, I'll have them down below, just so you know if you want to get anything, and also just check out the rest of my stuff on my Like to Know It because I do have a lot of things. Okay, so let's quickly dive into books, and I guess these are actually the things that I'm not necessarily actively using / reading right now because I've already read these books, and these are just like the holy grails, but everything else essentially like I'm using right now. The first book is In the Flow. You guys have heard me probably talk about this book a lot in my cycle syncing episodes or videos, but if you are interested in learning about your cycle and cycle syncing, and even if you're on birth control or just you have things going on with your hormones and you're a woman, I would highly suggest get this book. It's a guide. It is all of the information that you need. There's even so much in there that it's like obviously it can be overwhelming at some times, but just read that book and you won't regret it. Next book, and I got this book such a long time ago, but it's called The Little Book of Skincare. And if you're really into skincare and you still don't know what the F you're doing for your face, because it can definitely be challenging and confusing, and you just don't know what products to buy or what they do, I would just get this book because it's a little guide. It'll teach you about all the different steps of your skincare and why we do certain things. And then you can kind of like shop based off of like the information that you learn in that book. I just think that it's like helpful if you really are somebody who likes and enjoys skincare. And I'm also not saying that I know a lot about skincare. I used to be really into it, and then like I stopped doing everything. And only this past year I've really been kind of like diving more back into it. So I'm kind of using the knowledge that I've learned in that book from like years ago. But I still definitely know more than I used to before I read that book. But I'm not 100% perfect with, knowing every single ingredient and product. And I kind of just like stick to the ones that are just working for my skin and things. But it still kind of helps to have some sort of knowledge. So anyways, that book is definitely good. Next book. And you might be a little bit shocked, but it's called Pussy, A Reclamation. And this is a book every single woman needs to read. I'll just read a little bit in the back. Pussy has been written to reclaim your own power source, both figuratively and literally. Drawing on Mama Gina's 25 years of research into women's history, you'll ramp up your clitoracy and learn to awaken a part of yourself that you've been taught to repress or even despise. This book is very unique. It essentially just teaches you that you have so much more power than you even think, and so much more right to have pleasure in your life than you think, and how pleasure in all aspects, not just actual pleasure down there, can really awaken you to allow you to live a full life. And we don't live in a society that really nurtures women a lot with anything, honestly, and we kind of have to learn how to do it ourselves in all aspects. And just like even operating when I talk about feminine energy and like living a soft life and healing and all of these things we have to cultivate. I think one thing that even gets looked over though in the world of feminine energy and healing is your pleasure, is tapping into your pleasure centers when it comes to, yes, in relation to yourself, but also in relation to whoever it is that you're being intimate with, but also, again, talking about pleasures outside of having the obvious, which is essentially an orgasm. And sorry if anyone is really, really young. I'm not trying to like promote things that you shouldn't be listening to, but this, I promise you, it's not a weird book. Anyways, I just think that is every woman should read that book. So the last book that I think is really important is called The Power of Attachment by Diane Poole. It's just a really important book to understand the way that you operate in relationships, the type of attachment styles that you have, and how to break these unhealthy attachment styles with, anyone, but let's say for myself, it's really helped me understand the type of relationships and patterns that I get into with men, and how to see when I'm maybe falling back into that, anxious attachment style that was created from being with a parent who was very avoidant, or, this fawning type of trauma response that maybe some people have, meaning I'm going to do good and I'm going to be good and I'm going to like do whatever you want, even though the parent that we are fawning to is actually not really healthy in the terms of they're not taking care of our emotional needs, but we still, no matter what, we fawn to them because we're trying to survive. And some women will do that in relationships. I've definitely done that in relationships where it's like, okay, you're clearly not meeting my needs and you're not doing the things that I actually deserve. But because I've played out this dynamic with my father at one point in my life, I will fall back into that of like, my needs don't matter. And like, even though I can see that you're like, you don't really care about me for whatever reason, or you're just like not showing up for me, I'm still gonna like stay around you. And we did that in childhood because literally like that was our fathers, but we will do that sometimes with men as well. I'm not saying like the same relationship that you have with your father is always like parallel with the relationships that you have romantically, and they're obviously different because romantic and then father, like separate, but we tend to kind of do that same thing. And for me, I learned in that book that it's so funny because like this is a joke and I'm just going to say it. It's just like, wow, I'm really just super fucked up from my parents. It's fine, but I love them still. Like I love my mom. We've gone through what we've gone through. I am somebody who, it's not too hard for me to forgive and move on. That's just kind of in my nature. It wasn't easy, but also my dad, I understand why he showed up the way he did in my childhood, and he's not here anymore, but I've grieved that and I've been able to let that go. Although it doesn't mean that I don't ever talk about it, doesn't mean that I don't ever experience those feelings, but it's just I don't have like a whole lot of anger in me anymore. But that's why I can kind of be light about it when I say things like, oh, I'm like kind of messed up from my parents, but also like everyone is messed up from their parents. Our parents are messed up from their parents, like whatever. So I realized I had kind of like a mix, and just a weird mix of like weird attachment styles that I would usually play out in my adulthood life. And not this going on a rant. We're literally going on a rant, and this is a favorites video. Can we just take that in? Like, I just forgot for the last 10 minutes that I'm doing a favorites video. Whatever. I'm going to speed through the rest of the things because there's not really that many stories behind it. Oh my God. Why am I like this? This is why I need a podcast. People literally tell me, oh, can you make the video shorter? No, honey, I cannot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, whatever. I know you guys are interested in this. I had actually more of an avoidant attachment style that was formed in childhood around my dad, even though I just said that I did fawning behavior. Like I would basically try and be as good as possible and kind of like stay around him, even though, because that was just like a survival mechanism that I was doing to make sure that he wasn't going to yell at me. I would do that. But essentially I did form a very avoidant attachment style, as I started growing up with my dad, because I wanted to avoid him. I wanted to be away from him because being near him stressed me out. So I would like my alone time. I would go into my room and like spend hours just like cleaning it or like organizing things. Even as I grew up, I just, would always be like really shy in my cocoon and back because I would just like didn't want to be around that. Like that's how I learned how to be. So I became like an avoidant in a way. And that also played out in romantic relationships, in the terms of I would want to get close to guys, but as soon as I got too close to these guys, it felt like way too much. And then I would just like go back and like disassociate and whatever, even though I desperately like wanted that, which by the way, a lot of people have this like push and pull thing, because they can't trust, but then they want to pull back, and they're also like not tapped into their emotions. I was not tapped into my emotions as well. So the closer I got to people, the scarier it was for me because I was suppressed in my emotions quite a bit around my dad. So anyways, I had that like weird dynamic happen. But then my later years in my life, and this is when I was like my late teens, early 20s even, I formed a very anxious attachment style, actually from my mom, because when she was going through her addictions and she was just not being responsible and like doing the things that she was, I had to really like step up and take control and be the parent essentially, and just be responsible for my life at a kind of a young age. And so when I would do that, I would be in this controlling energy, and I would always be anxious because I was always just like worrying, is everything going to work out? Because things weren't working out. There were so many things that just I got lied to, I got duped, I got like things in my life, my traumas in my life created an anxious attachment style, and I just was worried all the time. And on top of that, my mom at that time, she was very avoidant. That's how she deals with things. So when there's conflict or when there's like chaos, even if she's the one that created it, she'll go and run kind of like and disassociate and just like turn off. That's what people do. Like there's people who do that. I don't do that. I am like, I need to fix a problem. I need to like find control because literally no one else is going to do it for me. So I have to, like, there's no other option for me to do that. But then I formed this attachment style where like, I would want to address something, but she would like pull back and run away, which would make me more anxious because like I can't go to sleep until I'm like talking something out to her or something. So anyways, I learned that was from my childhood. And then I learned ways in which that I could help myself understand what a secure attachment style really is as well. Like, trusting that, your parent can leave and you're still going to be fine. But when my parent did leave, usually I wasn't fine. And that's why I had that like push and pull. So anyways, very, very good book. Holy crap. Let's get into the video. And there is going to be timestamps, so don't worry. Now, I have gotten a Kindle. I got this in summertime. If you guys know, I was like manic for 3 days about this Kindle, and I got it and I never really used it too much. But the reason why I am bringing this in this video is because it's not the Kindle's problem, it's me. Okay? The Kindle is great. The Kindle is definitely better than reading a paper book, in my opinion, if you care about efficiency and comfortability in your bed. Okay? Because you can just like lean it on something, you can lay down, you don't have to hold the book, you don't have to hold the pages and keep flipping, like it's tap, and you can like change, like pull down the lightness and the brightness and everything like that. It's just, I haven't been finding time to really read, but when I do, I always use my Kindle. So that's another one. And the last thing for self-development, I'll just read out a few podcasts. You guys ask me all the time my favorite ones. The first one would be Expanded by To Be Magnetic. If you're really interested in manifestation from a very like scientifical standpoint, I would suggest going to listen to that podcast because they talk a lot about shadow work. They talk a lot about, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind and how you really manifest from 2 points of attraction essentially, and working through your wounds essentially, and healing is what's really going to allow you to be able to bring certain things in your life, and understanding when things are tests and when things are meant for you and things like that, which I've heavily aligned to their way of thinking about manifesting and getting what you want in your life. Like that's just how I live my life. I even created a journal guide called Heal to Manifest, because realistically, manifestation is so aligned with a healing journey and working on your subconscious beliefs and working through your wounds and your blocks. And like, that's really how you're going to attract things into your life. So if you want that guide, by the way, it'll be linked down below. And also the podcast is really good. The next one is Feminine Frequency. If you guys are interested in feminine energy, healing, somatic body work, things of that nature, I would suggest go watching or listening, to that podcast episode. And I really like Mindset, Magic, and Money by Michaela. I forget her last name. She's just like very lighthearted. She mixes in like self-development and mindset with manifestation from this lens of kind of what I was talking about from like the Expanded podcast. And I don't know, she's, I think around my age, probably a little bit younger than me. And I feel like she's not too spiritual woo-woo, like, or somatic embodiment where it's like healing energy and like sound bowls, and it's like really kind of extreme in a way. And I'm not saying that it's bad if you are like that very spiritual, but she gives a good balance. For me personally, like I like that. I don't know, I'm really like a mix of everything. I'm not like too one thing, I don't think so. I don't know. Anyways, I like her podcast episodes. All right, let's get into skin. So we're not going to go down the line of every product that I use, obviously. I also have a clean girl beauty routine and a shower routine on my main channel. But recently, I've really been liking Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Oil Infused Serum. This is my current holy grail when it comes to serum on the face. It just makes your skin feel hydrated and actually moisturized, but also glowing, but not too oily at all. Next would be the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Dream Face Cream. I have multiple of their face creams. I would say this is my favorite. I think that it feels light on your skin, but it still hydrates. I use this at night. It smells really good. And yeah, and this is not sponsored, but I just really like Fresh. And then also recently I've been using the Fresh Rose Instant Hydration Mist. This has been helping me throughout the switch from summer to winter air, essentially, because my skin is definitely feeling it. And so I like to spray this on my face. I know that some people will say if you spray mist on your face, then it's just going to like dehydrate your face more. I find that it doesn't. And it really is in the times where I'm in my room and it's obviously very dry in the room because I'm putting on the heat, or if I go outside, but like, I don't know. It's just like a helpful little thing. My skin will definitely transition back to being more combination to oily. My skin's not actually dry right now. It just feels sometimes like a little bit dehydrated because it's now winter, but I know it'll balance out. But to help me balance out, I like to kind of make sure that I'm really doing a lot for my skincare. And the last thing are these Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta peels. I used to use these back in the day. These are chemical peels. There's exfoliants that you can like exfoliate your face like physically on the skin, but also chemical where you're not like rubbing it into the skin. There's no like little beads or anything like that, but it's going like deeper in the layers of your skin. And this helps with cell turnover. Obviously, it helps with so many different things, especially scarring in the face. And recently, honestly, I've been doing this about 2 to 3 times a week for the past, like, I would say 2 months now. And I've been finding that there's not as many blemishes on my face. Now, I don't get too many blemishes, but there's different seasons of the month that I'm getting blemishes, obviously like luteal phase before I get my period. But I'm finding I'm not really getting anything, which would make sense because I know that I needed to start chemically exfoliating. And yeah, I don't know. So anyways, if you're interested in those, I would highly suggest if you're looking for a chemical exfoliant. Okay, let's talk about body. I've been really loving this Tree Hut Candy Cane Moisturizing Shave Oil. So it's a mix of like a gel and an oil. And obviously oil is great to shave your body parts. So I've been really liking it. It smells really good and it's really affordable too. Now, when I get out of the shower, I love to use a body butter and an oil. My favorite oil is the Aveeno body oil. I think it's like almond something. I don't know. I will have it linked down below. It's on my Like to Know It, but I ran out. And so right now I'm using J.R. Watkins Body Mist Oil, and it's in lemon cream. It actually smells like lemon cream and it's great, but I will say that I do love the Aveeno. So either one is good, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be the Aveeno. All right, perfume. Zara Red Temptation. If you're not on this perfume, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is my friend who's really bougie, she told me that Rihanna wears this like $500 perfume and I don't know what it's called. And this one smells essentially the exact same and it's like $40. And the way it was so funny that I got this perfume and I was obsessed with it. I ended up getting it right before Calgary. I got this bottle and it's kind of hard to find sometimes. So get on that. But went to Calgary. I landed in Calgary. And as I was waiting for someone to pick me up, I figured I'm going to open up my case and just spray a little bit of perfume on me because I just wanted to smell good, you know? I sprayed it on me. And I tried to put the lid on and I missed and it smashed everywhere on the ground. Okay. And this was like a brand new bottle. I was so sad. I couldn't even believe it. And it was my mission to find another bottle. And so this one is actually from Calgary, not from Toronto, which doesn't make any difference. But I went searching in that mall to find this perfume because I was like, I could barely find it in Toronto. My friend actually got the first one from Markham because it wasn't in Toronto. And then I was like, you know what? If I'm not waiting to get home because I'm not going to find it. Anyways, get that perfume because it's unreal. And my other favorite perfume, and I'll switch between those two, is Julia Has a Gun from Scentbird. So I'm pretty sure I have like a first month's like 55% off code for sure to use at Scentbird. So definitely like go check that out. But genuinely, I didn't know what this was going to smell like. And I don't know. I'm not going to explain it. It smells insane. I have really good perfume taste, I think, and it smells amazing. Everyone who smells it on me or just like smells it thinks it smells amazing. And also I just really love Scentbird for going out because it's so small and compact. Like I can just put this in my little bag and I can just like refreshen throughout the night. All right, let's move on to hair because I think the hair section is probably like the biggest one. So recently, you guys know, if you listened to last week's episode, I went to a hair salon to get a curly cuts and they used certain products in my hair. They have used these products, I think, honestly, 3 times now. And so I figured I would just buy them and they're from Inner Scent. So I got their gel, their styling gel, and also I got I think this is just called a whipped cream and it's like small. So I was like, damn, like this is not going to last in my hair, but I actually did not need a lot of either one. And so I did my everything shower last night. I deep conditioned my hair and then I flipped my head over into the shower. I rinsed everything out and then I raked the cream through my hair and I really saturated every part, every single curl. And it takes a while to do that. Like you really have to put in that work, or you could brush your hair, but I didn't want to, so I just did that. And then I went in with the gel over top of it. And this gel is not like a Eco Styler gel or a Got to Be glue gel, but it does give this essence of like cream still, but it's like a gel. Put it through my hair, and then I actually raked through my mousse, which I'm really obsessed with too. The Camilla Rose spiked honey mousse. I've been using this all summer. It's amazing. I love it. So I did all that. And then I like to put my hair in a head towel, which actually, this is my favorite head towel right now from Tony Rose. It's so cute. It's just like that girl, like cozy vibes. I love it. And so I like to make sure that all the product is still sitting in my curls, and then I put the head towel on, but I'm not really making the head towel like absorb anything. It's just kind of like keeping everything underneath, and then I'll take that off, and then I'll usually put the bonnet over top of my head, and then I'll go to sleep. And this morning, my curls hydrated, moisturized, defined, beautiful, just loving me. They are loving me. Okay. And so I'm just going to back these products because these products do wonders in my hair, clearly. And I'm going to be doing that routine every single week. Without a doubt, I am doing that whole entire process. So anyways, the head towel, y'all know me and my turban towels. I get a lot from Amazon. I will say they're on my like to know it as well. But Tony Rose, this is so cute, and it's really high quality, so that's why I'm saying it. I really also like scrunchies, silk scrunchies. They're just better for your hair. So, when you're putting your hair up, like it's not getting pulled or tangled too much. Tony Rose also sent me them too. So they have really, really cute ones. I love their colors and their schemes. And then also recently I've been doing scalp massages. So putting oil on my scalp and just doing a little massage. I have a pre-shower oil that I'll use, but also just in general, just like at night, just to like have the oils on my scalp. And for that, I use Vegamore hair growth serum. I can't attest to the fact that this oil is like the thing that's making my hair grow, because I think everything that I do is the reason why my hair is growing. I'm healthy inside. I'm sleeping, I'm hydrating, I'm moving my body, I am doing my deep conditioners weekly, I am putting the products I need to be putting in my hair, I'm getting trims. All those things allow my hair to grow. Okay. It's not just like one thing. Also, it's from Tony Rose. There's this like little scalp massager, so you can actually put the oil in your hair. So I really love that. And then the last thing, actually 2 products, Briogeo charcoal and coconut oil micro exfoliating shampoo. I love this. This is what I use when I do my like full everything hair routine, which I think I'm going to do a whole in-depth video of hair, skin, lips, and body, because I have like picked up so many different routines in the past like literal month. It's crazy. Anyways, this and then their deep conditioning mask is my go-to, and it smells amazing. Also, the last thing for hair, claw clips. The Tony Rose extra large. I think it's extra large or XL, whatever. It's their largest one. These fit all of my hair and more, and they are so thick and so good quality, and they have all different like colors and stuff. I believe I have 10% off, or there's a link. So definitely. And I think when you click the link, it just automatically takes 10% off when you shop through them. And yeah, I don't know. I use a lot of claw clips. That's just like a look that I like. And I will say, buying ones from Garage, buying ones from Amazon, and getting these from Tony Rose, these are definitely the best quality, and they're really big. So if you're looking for big ones, I would highly suggest. All right, let's talk quickly about makeup, which is like not much, but I've been using this Winky Lux Cheeky Rose blush, or it's called a cream blush, and it's like a little rose, but I've obviously like messed it up a lot. I absolutely just love this blush, and it's like $20. It's so cheap, and it goes on like a cream blush for sure. It's not too oily. I find some of the liquid blushes they're not really working for my skin, because I think it's more so because I have like really dewy skincare, although it's not oily at all, but it just doesn't really work. But the cream blush, it definitely works, and it sits on my face properly. And it looks amazing also when I am wearing foundation. And then my 2 go-to lip products is Fresh Beauty Sugar Lip Treatment in the color Radiant Rose. I put this on, and this is just like the base for the color of my lips. And then I go over it with my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Coral. This just gives you such a pink frosted look over top of a little bit of a more like deeper rose red on your lips to kind of like bring that life into your lips. This is my go-to. You guys are always commenting what I'm wearing on my lips in the podcast, like on the podcast, and it's always the gloss that you see currently, and I've used a lot over the summer. Okay, let's go to more wellness, and we're moving through this. Okay, so CanPrev cramp relief herbal supplement for your cramps. Now, this is only available in Canada, so if you don't live in Canada, then just get a magnesium supplement, honestly. But I really do love CanPrev in general, any of their supplements, but also the fact that they have a line specifically meant for women in their cramps is just great. This has magnesium and B6 in it, so I always like to supplement with that during my periods. And then also AOR liquid vitamin D3 drops. AOR is another great brand. I also don't know if it's available in the US. I feel like it might, but I'm not too sure. But this is just a very good, I'm looking down because I'm like, I see a little bit of oil on the outside of my thing. And I'm like, did I just spill it on me? We all need vitamin D3, especially the winter seasons, taking away the sunlight. So I'm always using that. I try not to add too many different supplements into my diet. I remember back in the day when I was a wellness girly, I literally not only spent so much money on supplements, I was trying to take a supplement for everything. And it's not needed. I like to look at things as maybe seasonal or depending on the phase of your life you're in. And then also like monthly when it comes to like your period and stuff. So I just like to take things and use things that way because I think it just allows you not to be so overwhelmed and also not make you feel like you're not doing everything just because you're not taking every single supplement. During the summer, I don't really prioritize taking my vitamin D supplement, and people will say, yeah, you should always take it. But in the summer, I'm just really not. Maybe instead I'm prioritizing krill oil for anti-inflammatory benefits, or, maybe I'm working on my gut health. So I'm doing a probiotic or something like that. So I don't know. I just think that you don't have to do too much. So in the winter, to make sure I like to do my vitamin D. I make sure that I'm having obviously balanced meals, of course. And I'm also starting to take a probiotic, but I will talk about that in another video. Next thing, let's talk about sleep. Right now, I've been using the Body Shop Sleep Calming Pillow Mist. It smells so great. And honestly, it does set the vibe. Listen, if you want to be extra with your wellness this winter, I would suggest it. I would. I used to, again, this brings me back to my young wellness days where I used to have the mists and the aromatherapy and the humidifiers and stuff. But genuinely, some of these things, you can't beat it. It really sets the tone. So if you are struggling with having a little bit of a night routine, if anything else, if you're not going to get anything else, and let's say you're really into, you want to start a night routine and you're somebody who wants to get an item to help you with entering that nighttime routine, and again, you don't need to do it, but I'm just saying, then something like this would be super fun. I just think that it's really helping me kind of look forward to the night. Also, Sage Wellness Power Down Calming Oil Blend. If you're not really into the pillow mist, this is really good, and you can put it, I'm just going to open it up now and actually put it on. In the back of your neck, on the sides, you can put it at your temples. It just really is it's a calming oil smell, and essential oils obviously can help you bring you back actually to your senses. And when you're back to your senses, you're back to your body. And when you're back to your body, you are calm and you are in homeostasis and you are healing essentially. So this is also good to put at night or in the morning. You can bring this in your purse. This is actually something that I like to sometimes, if I can remember, to bring it in my bag if I have to Uber somewhere and I can't walk for whatever reason, because I get really car sick, and having this and smelling it in the Uber kind of just makes me calmer. Also, one last thing, I did pull out my humidifier. Like I said, I'm not going to bring it in here, but for skin health, for everything, for breathing, Jesus, humidifiers are in right now. I got mine from Canopy, and I believe I do have $10 off of that as well that I got last year, and it still works. So you might as well just use it if you're looking for one. Next, my bottle. I also believe I have a code for this, so check it down below. But I worked with them in this, I would say the fall time at this point. It wasn't really summer. Not me reminiscing on summer. Oh my gosh. I worked with them, and one of their bottles they sent me, I'm actually going to be adding that to the giveaway, which I'm not going to talk about the giveaway in this episode because I haven't even figured out the details, but we will be doing a Christmas giveaway on the podcast and probably my main channel YouTube video. So definitely stay tuned for that. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and the podcast Instagram, Alicia Gogan, the Globe Secrets podcast, because I will be announcing that. Anyways, if you're looking for a water bottle, I just think that this is a good, affordable water bottle that's aesthetic, that is actually good quality. At the bottom, if you open it up, you can actually put your supplements in it. There's a little handle so you can hold it on your hot girl walks. You can also lift up the lid, or you can do it the other way to like drink out of it that way. There's bigger ones, there's smaller ones. I just think the quality is really good. The quality is really good for this bottle. Like, I don't know. And it's really just helped me drink more water. I think I told you guys this when I don't know if it was the Becoming a New Version of You this fall or one of the videos where I was like stepping into a new identity and I wanted to like have a water bottle because one of my goals was to drink more water, and I've been drinking water. I have been drinking water since then. It's been months, and I just did not have a habit of drinking water. Like, I was not drinking water. I've never really been a water drinker, but I have slowly made that a habit to the point where like now I'm upgrading my water as well. But this has definitely helped because I just kind of like look forward to it, and I bring it to the gym all of the time. And it just helps me also kind of keep track of how much water I'm drinking. I don't keep track of it. Like, I really don't. But you know, if I pick it up at the end of the night and it's still full, it's an indicator that, damn, like I really didn't drink a lot of water. Or if I'm constantly picking it up and it's empty, I'm like, damn, yes, I'm drinking more water. Like, this is really good. Okay, so let's talk about clothing and like fitness. Just a few things. For one, my Aritzia puffer jacket, I just have to say it. I know it's a puffer jacket. People say it's basic, and also people say it's expensive. I actually don't think it's that expensive considering some of the jackets that people are wearing, but the puffer jacket that I specifically got is like a corduroy material, and it's a beige color. There's different colors and there's different lengths, but I am obsessed, and I have it on my Like to Know It. So I'll have like photos if you wanted to see. It is so warm, so cozy. And there's something about the fact that it's a corduroy material that I swear makes it warmer. Listen, this is just alleged, but seriously, I really do think that instead of having that slippery material that the puffer jackets will have, or any other jacket, like I used to have other jackets from like Tommy Hilfiger, and it would be like the slushy type of material. There's something about the corduroy that just, it holds on to that heat, baby. It has an inner pocket. It is just stylish. I feel like I can wear it like literally anywhere. Like, I could go to a bar and feel like normal wearing this jacket and just not annoyed that I'm wearing that, or to dinner and I not feel like I'm super out of place. Like, yeah, I'm going to still want to take it off, but it's not like ugly in that sense. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that I was getting a jacket that I wanted to wear, because honestly, I live in Canada. As much as I think about when I want to go out, I'm like, oh, I'm going to wear this cute outfit or that cute outfit. I always have to wear a jacket. Like, I am not a girl who will go outside and not wear a jacket just because her outfit is cute. Even if it's like a 3-minute walk, like I'm not doing it to myself. I can't. I have to wear a jacket, so it better be cute. Now, listen, if you're looking for another jacket that's not so big, but you want to like maybe wear it out, or maybe you live in a climate that's not freezing, but it's still cold. Like Nashville, I know doesn't get super cold, but y'all are cold out there still. I would suggest, and this is pricey, the Aloe Sherpa jacket that I got in the summertime. If it didn't get so cold here in Canada, I would definitely wear that as my going out jacket everywhere. That's what I was wearing all the time, whether I was going for dinner, coffee, morning walks, night walks. I was always wearing it. It's like just this black chic Sherpa jacket that you can dress it up, you can really dress it down. It's really, really cute, and it's good quality. So anyways, that'll be on my Like to Know It as well if you're interested. Now, you guys know I am a sweater queen. I wear sweaters all the time. I would love in the future to have my own hoodie line. And more so, like, I'm not trying to have like a whole company, like a clothing brand, because that's a lot, but essentially that would be whatever. That's like not happening right now, but I would love to come up with my own hoodie line and like it would take a while probably for me though, because I would want my hoodies to be the highest quality. Like, I'm not playing with hoodies. Like, I wear so many hoodies. I know. Anyways, the hoodies that I've been loving are White Fox. You guys are always seeing me wear White Fox hoodies. Pink, blue, dark blue, baby blue, white, gray, literally everyone. I do think I have a code still for White Fox. I just love the style that they have. Like, quality is so important. And obviously the more expensive the hoodie, more likely the quality is good. I find with hoodies, that is one thing. Like, if the more money you do spend on a hoodie, usually it is actually good quality, and the less that you spend is really, honestly, it's not. And these are not like that expensive, but I would say that design and the aesthetic is just the most fun thing for me when it comes to hoodies. Like, I don't like wearing basic hoodies. Like, I like to have some sort of design on the back or something. Like, I just feel like I don't know. Anyways, in terms of design and style and like trendiness, not even trendiness, but like street style vibes, I do like White Fox hoodies. All right, let's talk about what I'm usually always wearing outside of track pants and hoodies from White Fox is Buff Bunny. I wear their workout sets to work out. I wear their leggings to go out on my hot girl walks. I wear leggings to lounge around the house. I have their socks. I have their backpacks. I really love their stuff. And I worked with them in the summertime, and it's just so crazy because I used to look up to Heidi on YouTube and Christian Guzman on YouTube back in the day when I was into fitness, and the fact that I like worked with that brand, like it's crazy. But they like this set, first of all, is from the summertime. Actually, probably springtime is when I really worked with them. They sent me a bunch of sets, and they're always sending me things, but I've also bought my own leggings and stuff from there. But their workout sets, not only are they like squat proof, they're comfortable, they're so cute, they're fitting well, like they're not too tight, they're not crappy material, they're not crappy quality, they are not crappy quality, they're so good. I have Lululemon flare leggings that I like in different aspects in terms of the material is different, but no material is like better or worse. Like they're both really, really high quality and good, but they're just like different types of materials. So all of my workout sets will be on my Like to Know It, so you can shop and see like what they look like. Any one of their 4-inch legacy shorts, get them. And I have them in like all colors. I have them in pink, I have them purple, I have them in black. I have them in like this like cream-ish color. Also, their flare leggings are so flattering, literally so flattering, and they like suck you in, but they don't suck you in too much to the point where it's like uncomfortable, and they're just really good material. I have their chocolate brown ones and their black ones. They're usually always selling out, but obviously you just gotta wait, and I usually will get them and I'll post some on my stories. And then any of their sports bras as well, which I know I'm like holding upside down, whatever. Also, their high-rise socks are really comfortable and super cute, especially if you're looking for this like certain fitness girl look, you know, with the high socks and like the Converse and like the headphones and the hoodie and that's me, by the way. That's literally me. Pretty sure I have a code, so definitely look down below. Okay, next thing, this is a part of the fitness girl aesthetic, to be honest, is my Skull Candy gray matte headphones. These, okay, I wanted to get the AirPod Maxes, but they were like basically $1,000 after taxes, and this is Canadian, by the way. So I didn't really want to take the plunge. And listen, I am not saying that I won't ever get the AirPod Maxes, because I'm sure there's qualities of those headphones that are unreal. But I don't really want to spend my disposable income right now on $1,000 headphones at this moment. Or like when I was deciding, I wanted to like spend it on other things and like put it to stocks or something. And I also just thought in the moment, like I knew that I'd be okay if I just bought headphones that were like $150 or whatever. I was even considering other ones, the Sony ones that were like more like $350, whatever. I ended up getting the Skull Candy ones because I used to always get Skull Candy headphones back in the day when I would sit on the bus. Like the earplug ones, I would always have them, and they would always be the best out of any other ones that I ever had. So that is why I got these, and I wanted the gray matte look. Like I wanted it to still give like that girl. And they're great. They're great quality. They have Bluetooth. You can like turn it up, turn it down. You can talk through them. They're nothing like crazy, like not even high end, but just, I don't know, like all these crazy features, but it does great for me at the gym. Also, it's so nice because when I walk outside now in the wintertime, I literally just put these on and they double as earmuffs. So I am so happy because sometimes this is the thing. Sometimes I don't want really, really loud music. So I'll still use my AirPods, which I'm happy that I didn't spend $1,000 at that moment on those Air Maxes, because I realized that I like using these, but usually for like my leg days when I'm like really in the zone and I really want like louder music. I mean, you can turn it down obviously, but like really like powering through that workout, or if I'm like really in the mood to listen to music when I'm dancing at home, sometimes I put them in, or when I go outside. But then there's other days where I want lighter sounds in my AirPods. I can still hear what's going on. And so I like to listen to the AirPods when I'm walking at nighttime. I do not like listening to these at night. And I highly suggest, and I don't just mean this brand, I mean, especially if you're a woman, please do not wear headphones that are so isolating that you cannot hear anything at nighttime. Like, you need to know what's going on. And I'm not trying to scare you, but I just feel like Like, just don't do that to yourself. And I just find with these, even if the sound is off, I still can't really hear a lot. So I opt for my AirPods because at least whether they're on or off, I can still definitely hear what's going on. So the days that I want lower sensory overload, I will use my AirPods. If I'm at the gym and I just like don't really want to listen to anything, I'll use my AirPods. So, I don't always use these. But these are also really obviously handy for like when I want that loud sound, because the AirPods in general, like the small little ones, they don't do it. They just don't do it. And like sometimes you want to listen to Central C and get going. Okay, this is specifically for my hip thrust girlies. If your hips hurt from the preloaded bar, or if you're actually putting on your own weights on the squat rack bar, and then you're rolling it on your hips, and then you're doing the hip thrusts, I suggest you get a little, and this is yours, okay? It's going to be yours. You're going to bring it to the gym. You're going to set up. You got your water bottle. You got your headphones. You got your freaking Buff Bunny collection thing on. You got this going, like your whole setup, okay? You take as much room as you need to. You don't worry about the guy in the corner. You don't worry about, people are waiting for you in the bar. No, you take your time and you take up space and you work out with your playlist that Alicia made and everything. And you're going to have this, okay? You're going to have this. This pad is so thick that I can get up to, this is the highest that I've gone up to right now. Well, maybe I went a little bit higher, but I'm right now working at around 250 pound hip thrusts. And those bitches are heavy. And on top of that, I have hips, okay? My bones and my hips, I got bony hips. They don't really stick out too much, but when I have that bar sitting on my hips, I know that there's some women who can literally do 250 pound hip thrusts and they don't use anything. And I'm sure it really, really hurts. Actually, I don't know how many people are doing it at that level, but I do see girls who are doing hip thrusts with the bar with like quite a few plates sometimes, whether it's like 45 pounds or less. So maybe it's not that much, but they're doing it with no padding. And I do think it's because sometimes your anatomy, like the way that your hips are set, sometimes it will hurt more than others. Anyways, for me, it kills. I could never. And I got that off of Amazon, I'm pretty sure. So I'll have that linked if I can find it, or just get something similar because you need it. If you want to grow the glutes this winter, baby, you need that because you got to get higher up on those weights. You need to start lifting more weight, but obviously just don't burn yourself out. All right, my next favorites, and I have had these sunglasses for damn near 2 solid years, okay? And I've been using them for 2 solid years. And they don't have scratches on them. They're still like thick and intact. These are $10 on Amazon, or like around $10 for both of them. So the first pair is more of like that brownish burgundy type of like lighter pair of sunglasses. And so obviously when you look through them, they're kind of more of that like orange tint, but like not actually orange. I love using these to do any sort of walking or like seeing. Like I actually need to like see things. Like my eyesight's like not the best. So I love wearing these like all the time. So I wear these way more. And then the black ones, these are like, they're really blocking out sunlight. And so I like to use these specifically for when I'm tanning, honestly. So I'm not always using these because honestly, sometimes they can be a little bit too dark, but even if it's like just a really sunny day, like those would be good, but those are definitely my favorite. Okay, I think I am done. I could talk about products forever. I have so many more little things that are just like so unique to me, or like I really love them or whatever, but I will just be here all day. But like I said, everything will be linked down below and I'll always like post. In terms of the giveaway, again, didn't figure out the dates yet. So like, who knows, but it'll be soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm assuming the giveaway is going to have to be done in countries where I'm able to actually send them. So we'll have to see. And that's another reason why I haven't figured out what exactly that I'm doing, because I know I'm not going to be able to just send these products to just any country, especially because they are like product based. So I don't know, we will see. But I hope you guys enjoyed my That Girl favorites. If you are on the market for anything, then maybe think about looking into any of these products and maybe putting it on your Christmas list. Or maybe buying it for your friends. Or maybe you're just going to live through me, and maybe one day, maybe it's not going to be this year that you're going to get anything, but maybe it'll be next year. And that's okay as well. Totally fine. I just figured I would share with you some of my favorite things. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.